and all your souls will be mine. Soon you will see things more horrible than you could even imagine. Well, maybe not that horrible, but still pretty bad.
There are hundreds of panicked people, almost certainly in the Hollywood area, after a bombshell report came out about, the disgraced rapper and the list of individuals that he is, that are coming forward to claim that he took part in wrongdoing. More than 100 people of all ages, and we're going to get into those specifics later. But we basically have a potential nuke to Hollywood right now. Everybody who is anybody was at these parties for years. And now you have at minimum 100 people coming forward on this lawsuit. And then by tomorrow, we're also going to have accomplices listed. It is very, 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 very bad news for woke Hollywood, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't care less about Hollywood folding at all. Before we get into this, especially given the nature of this video and how YouTube will treat it, I'm glad to have this sponsor. This is Zelenko Z-Stack. Stop at what you're doing and listen. I need you to think about your health. Who's really looking out for you? Big Pharma, the government, let's be real. They profit when you're sick, not when you're well. But Dr. Vladimir Zelenko saw the truth about medical tyranny and did something about it. He's the same doctor who advised President Trump when he caught the coof, and now his breakthrough immune formula Z-Stack is here to put the power of your health back in your hands. Now, you've probably heard of zinc, quercetin, vitamin C, and D, but here's the thing. It's not just about taking these individually. It's about how they work together in the exact right combination, which Dr. Zev has mastered. He crafted Z-Stack with precise doses, making sure each ingredient amplifies the other, creating a synergy that boosts your immune system to a whole new level. This isn't just another supplement. It's why Dr. Zev became one of the most trusted voices in real health solutions. The mainstream has tried to block this information, but I'm bringing it directly to you. So right now, I need you to protect yourself and your family and go to zstacklife.com/quartering and secure your supply of this incredible formula. You can also click the link in my description, and I've pinned it in the comments to make sure you get access to the same powerhouse formula that I use. Don't wait. Do it right now. Go to zstacklife.com/quartering and use code quartering to save 20% off today. It's back to school season. You know those bugs are coming home. That's zstacklife.com/quartering. Use code quartering for 20% off right now. Let's get into these articles. More than 100 people, including someone 9, come forward in a flurry of disturbing lawsuits. Now, anytime there's like kind of any inkling of vulnerability, or it's these type of lawsuits seem to come out of the woodwork. That doesn't mean that they're clout chasing. That doesn't mean that what they're saying isn't true. That doesn't mean anything. You would suspect with a list this long, you would see a lot of truth to it, given what we know about these parties and these freak-offs and this, that, and the other thing. More than 100 people, including someone very young, are expected to file lawsuits against him over wild claims in cases that will reveal many powerful people, lawyers announced Tuesday. I want to focus on the ages of these individuals when we talk about them. The conduct occurred. It's shocking. Texas-based lawyer Tony Busby said in a press conference, the fresh wave of complaints by nearly 120 accusers were roughly split evenly between gender over 30 years and included 25 people who were not old enough. This is worse than Jeff. 25 of them were not old enough to be there. Some of their ages were shocking. Apparently, these individuals were seeking TV or music careers with the promise of him that he'll make them a star. Busby said that his team amassed evidence, including photos, videos, text messages, that will help prove these incidents and will implicate, quote, many powerful people and reveal many dirty secrets. We will reveal the enablers who enabled this conduct behind closed doors. We will pursue the matter no matter who this evidence implicates, the attorney vowed. I mean, this is going to be, look, none of these people have been named yet, but there have been many people from the Kardashians to basically everyone in Hollywood, music moguls, people like Justin Bieber, Leonardo DiCaprio. All these people were at these parties all the time, and they're expecting us to, expecting us to believe they didn't see anything, that they just, they were just kind of keeping to themselves and they didn't see anything going on. Most of the new cases were expected to be lodged in New York and LA County, or LA, and would begin getting filed within the next month, Busby said. Dozens of new claims include very, very serious stuff. Also, apparently, spiking people's drink, recording them, and then sending it around. And it's just I can't. Just all of the worst things that you could imagine. With, like I said, at least 25 people who weren't even old enough to be there, would have these wild sessions that, wow. I would suspect that you're going to see massive amounts of damage control start as early as, I'm recording this at 8 o'clock at night, the night before the debate. But the damage control is going to start probably tonight, or by the time you see this video tomorrow, it's going to be in full swing. The names will shock you, Attorney Busby said during a press conference on Tuesday as he announced new cases on behalf of 120 people. The day will come when we will name names other than him, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already, but already that's the nature of the case. We're going to make dang sure that we're right before we do that. Now, is this just some scumbag attorney looking to cash in? It's possible. 120 people putting their name on a lawsuit seems somewhat credible. Again, you never really know. You never really know. But this is going to be everybody in Hollywood. He's currently being held in Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center pending trial after 2 of his bail requests were rejected. Prosecutors said he did all sorts of terrible things. He's accused of orchestrating and forcing both men and women to, perform and do things that they didn't want to do. According to the claim, investigators discovered a huge collection of consumables, drugs, and weapons, along with 1,000 bottles of baby oil. But he shops at Costco, guys. He shops at Costco. Do they sell baby oil by the 1,000 pack at Costco? I don't know. Also, by the way, his ex-girlfriend mysteriously passed away. And it is wild. I don't really understand how, you have someone who's 9, spiking drinks with horse tranquilizer. What is going on? You might say maybe they're talking about ketamine. I don't know if that's for horses. I thought that was for like smaller animals, although I don't know. 25 people who, 25 youths on the list, as young as single digits. He told him he would make him a star, but he needed him to visit with him in private about it, away from his parents. Once they were in a private area, allegedly, he made him perform, he made him do stuff to him. I don't understand. But by the way, that person was 15 at the time. This is absolute. I guess I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised to see this come out. The number of people, by the way, this is the guy that was on tape in the hotel, like dragging his girl around and all that stuff. So this is not a good guy that's getting jammed up. To me, this is just my opinion. Okay. This is just my opinion. I believe that Diddy is a burned federal asset. That's what I believe. I believe Jeffrey Epstein was too. I believe that they were burned federal assets. I believe that they were doing what they were doing, and they were allowed to do so in exchange for, I don't know, evidence on certain individuals. That's just my belief. I can't prove that. I'm not saying I have evidence of that. I'm just saying that's what I believe. I believe that you don't build a list this long of individuals whose life you destroyed, right? You don't build a list this long of individuals whose life you destroyed with your behavior and your decisions without somebody coming forward and without somebody coming up for you. Ashton Kutcher, terrified that he could make up false claims about his celebrity friends to clear his name in the trafficking deal. Why would Ashton Kutcher be friends? By the way, he was also friends with that other guy that's in prison for doing terrible things. Did you remember that? Hyde, whatever that guy's real name was. Right? Ashton regrets his friendship with Sean and fears a disgraced music mogul will willingly lie to authorities about his famous friends if it meant he could clear his own name. Well, I mean, he would have to be able to prove something like that, don't you think? He would have to be able to prove it. He can't just say stuff to clear his name. That's not how this works. So I don't know why Ashton would be concerned if he's, if there's no evidence against him, if there's no weirdness that he has to worry about. I don't know why Ashton Kutcher would be afraid at all about this, but it's weird that this is coming out. You saw Wendy Williams came out today and made a statement about it as well. Everybody's coming out. Everybody's coming out and making comments on it now because I suspect a lot of these people are going to be indicted. I suspect a lot of these people knew. I suspect a lot of these people did nothing about it. Wendy Williams comes out and saying, what's going on here? Lots of people. I mean, Hollywood is going to crumble from this if these names ever come out. I would be very surprised if these names ever came out. But make sure you leave a like on this video and you subscribe, because the second they do, I'll be reporting on it.